And we're here with the back in action with the Cardinals. They're going to be taking on the Flint Carman Ainsworth Cavaliers here in our regional championship in our Region 3 in the state of Michigan for Division 1.
215-pound weight class from Carman Ainsworth, Jaron Thomas versus from Davison, Trevor Thomas.
As you can hear, Mr. Randy Schlack there over on mic. Match at 215, Trevor Thomas going up against Jaron Thomas. Should definitely be a good match.
Yep. Thomas gets 2 points there for the Cards early.
Trevor Thomas actually faced Jaron Thomas earlier this season. He suffered a tough 1 point loss against Jaron Thomas. He's definitely looking to rebound in this match right now in the regional final.
Yep. And he can only hope in a region championship that he gets another shot, and he's definitely looking for some vengeance this time around.
Zoom out and follow him with it. Nice and slow.
Thomas leads 2-1 with 1:23 remaining in the first period. Me and Kevin are peering into that camera shot. Thomas with a takedown, and he gets 2 more points. He leads 4-1 with 1:10 remaining.
Escape point reward today to Carman. 4-2, 1 minute remaining in the first.
Thomas has him by the leg. And they center back up unofficially.
Trevor pulling on his rag a little bit.
Yeah, he's got the dreadlocks tucked away. Thomas from Flint, Carman Ainsworth does. Thomas and Thomas still grappling up top. 2 more points there for Trevor Thomas. He leads 6-2 with 23 seconds remaining here in the first period. Play goes out of bounds. 8.5 seconds remaining here in the first period. Thomas leads 6-2. Trevor Thomas from Davison, that is. I forgot that we have 2 Thomases.
Jaron Thomas and Trevor Thomas. In case you're just joining us, Davison just came off a great win in the semifinal match over Midland Dow. Very impressive fashion. Actually not losing 1 match. So I suppose that's always good when you don't even lose a match.
Yeah, definitely. That was a lot of motivation for the Cards headed into the championship there, and they're going to look to build with that. Thomas is going to start this round down.
Trevor Thomas, that is.
Yeah. Play blown dead. We're going to start back over. Trevor starts down again. Trevor Thomas trying to escape. And play taken out of bounds there. Trevor Thomas gets an escape point. Trevor Thomas, time to time, when he gets a chance, he'll bat over and tug on that cap of Thomas's, and you can see that it's fallen off on top of his head, and it will fall off.
Not quite too sure where it is.
I can't see it. Oh, there it is. And we're gonna have a stoppage in play due to hair issues.
Head cap issues, I guess. 2 different ways we can put it. Coach needs to tell him, well, maybe you should cut it.
Yeah. Yeah. Coach Hall getting a word in there with his senior wrestler, Trevor Thomas. 1:25 remains here in the second period. Trevor Thomas leads 7-2. They had out of play, and Thomas had him in the takedown, but they just ran out of room.
Almost want to take him down on the hard way there.
Big boys are going at it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise. Cheer 'em on! Cheer 'em on!
This is Randy Schlack there
Words from
cheering on
Randy
the crowd.
Schlack. Cheer 'em on indeed. Cam Kinkle there on the screen. Thomas and Thomas go out of bounds, and they're going to center back up.
7-2 here. Trevor Thomas lead for Davison. 43.5 seconds remaining in the second period.
Coach Hall calling out to Trevor Thomas here. I almost go crashing into the table there. That would have been fun.
That's just what we got hope for is nobody goes crashing on our table. Right
Yeah,
here.
let's just hope it's not over here.
We got the regional final trophy right next to us. Hopefully that doesn't get damaged.
8 seconds remaining here. And the Thomases will run out of room with 6 seconds remaining, and they'll center back up. That's going to conclude the second period here. After 2, Trevor Thomas leads 7-2. He's on top of Jerron Thomas. Trevor's going to start the third period on top. Referee giving Jerron Thomas a slap on the wrist there, saying, once I set you, you can't move. So we'll start play here. 1 point there to Jerron Thomas for the escape point. And they're back up top. Spoke too soon. Trevor Thomas takes him down. Almost kicked off there by Jerron Thomas. Trevor Thomas trying to size up for the pin, but Jerron Thomas won't have any of it, and they're forced out of bounds.
2 points rewarded there, though, for the takedown. 9-3, Trevor Thomas lead.
Yeah. Trevor's on top here to start. 1 point awarded there to Jerron Thomas for the escape point. Trevor Thomas still leads 9-4 with just under a minute 30 remaining in the third period.
Two points rewarded there for the takedown.
Yeah.
But 1 point rewarded right back to Trevor Thomas for the escape.
They're forced out of bounds there. Both of them, you can see the fatigue starting to settle in as the third period draws to an end.
10-6, Trevor Thomas lead. 1 minute remaining here. This 2:15 match.
And Jerron Thomas with 2 points there. Trevor Thomas only finds himself up 3. He gets another point for another escape. 11-8 with 46 seconds remaining here in the third period.
Once again, Jerron Thomas's little, what do you want to call it? Hat, cap, whatever you want to call it, comes off.
He don't care. He's gonna battle off these last 35 seconds.
Trevor Thomas got to be quick right here. Can't avoid being taken down again for 2 more points.
Right, exactly. They're gonna stop it. He got a finger in his eye. Trevor Thomas gonna catch a break and some water. Thomas and Thomas ready to finish the third period here.
11-8, Trevor Thomas lead. 24 seconds remaining in this one. Hopefully Trevor can avoid a comeback here by Geronis. He takes him down. 2 points rewarded there for Trevor Thomas.
Out of bounds, he leads 13-8. 13 seconds remaining here. It's gonna take Jerome Thomas a long shot. But I've seen greater.
Carman Ainsworth and Dakota Powers here for Davison.
85-pound weight class.
285 pound matchup, the heavyweight matchup.
Davison, Dakota Powers.
And we got 2 officials for the regional championship now.
Might not seem like much, but it's different than the one official we're used to having.
Noted they both have a set of glasses on them, so we got 8 eyes watching the game tonight. Some friendly love to the officials. Dakota Powers gets 2 points there with 1:30 remaining in the first period. Dakota Powers. Working Schofield here early.
Dakota
Referee.
Powers has a solid 20 pounds on Schofield here, but
Yeah.
definitely going to be expecting an even matchup here.
Schofield's gonna start on the bottom. .51 seconds remaining here in the first period. Dakota Powers up 2-0.
Over Devin Schofield here of Carman Ainsworth. One point rewarded there to Schofield for an escape point. 25 seconds remaining in the first period, 2-1 Carman's lead.
Dakota Powers and Schofield walk out of bounds. We're going to take it back to the center with 18 seconds remaining here in the first period. Five seconds remain here in the period. Powers tried for a takedown. That's going to do it. So after one, Dakota Powers has a skimpy 1-point lead, 2-1 on top of Devin Schofield.
Cheer 'em on, cheer 'em on.
Randy Schlack making sure that the crowd stays involved here in Davison. Powers starts the match on top. Schofield trying to go up, but Powers takes him down.
3 points.
3 points.
For Powers.
He almost had the pin there. Crowd wanted one.
Escape point awarded Carman.
Yep. Andrew Schofield gets himself 1 point, finds himself down 3. Powers up 5-2. Did I say Andrew Schofield?
It's not Andrew Schofield, it's Devin Schofield, but I mean, you got the last
Where
name,
did
right?
Andrew come from?
Dakota Powers. And,
Oh well.
Devin Schofield.
Devin Schofield.
5-2 here. Dakota Powers lead. 35 seconds remaining in the second period.
Powers with the takedown. 2 points awarded. Just under 20 seconds remaining here in the second period. Powers trying to get a little extra.
You see the Carman coaches yelling at Schofield, a little bit of, actually, words of wisdom. How about that?
There you go. Dakota Powers is going to start on the bottom.
7-2 his lead. Powers able to get up. Nothing rewarded there.
Referee centers him back up. Like you said, nothing awarded, so Powers goes back down.
Powers struggling to get out of it. The time's definitely on his side.
Yep, about 1:10 remaining here in the third. And these two wrestlers are slowly chipping away at this clock. Powers is up 7-2. He goes down. Just under a minute remaining here in this face-off between Powers and Schofield. The chin is up and out. Dakota Powers finds himself trying to go up and out here. Up by 5 with 35 seconds remaining. Powers going to start down again.
30 seconds remaining here in this match. Schofield's trying to get something to work. Can't seem to get anything going here against Powers. 1 point rewarded to Schofield, that is.
Five seconds remaining here in this match. And Dakota Powers is going to walk away with this 7-3 victory on top of Devin Schofield.
By decision from Davison, Dakota Powers.
And the Cardinals are up 6-0 here after their first 2 rounds. Now, Cardinals find themselves on the top of the lineup here with their little guy, Max Johnson, wrestling.
He's actually not going to be wrestling.
At 103 pounds from Carman, Ainsworth, Dimitri Call is a winner.
Dimitri Call
by
is
a
going to
point.
win. Max Johnson is going to wrestle though, but he's not going to wrestle at 103. So then wrestling at 112 against Larry Dunn II.
Now wrestling at 112-pound weight class from Carman, Ainsworth, Larry Dunn II versus from Davison, Max Johnson.
Davis actually want to take it a bit easy on Johnson, not making him cut too much weight. So I didn't have him wrestle at 103.
Ooh. Larry Dunn gambled there early, and Max Johnson stepped back and dove right in. He's got 2 points early.
I was already got him set up for a pin.
2 points awarded there to Max Johnson. He's up 4-0.
Almost had a real quick pin there.
Almost.
About 20 seconds in.
Max Johnson saying that they want to be a part.
1 point will be automatically rewarded there to Carman. 4-1. Early lead for Max Johnson here to 103. Excuse me, 112 actually.
Johnson wrestling out of his weight division. I don't know if that's for experience or for states.
Yeah,
or
I mean, like they were saying earlier, is they don't really want to make him cut too much weight here for the state finals tournament. So, you know,
Okay.
let him wrestle at 112. Don't have to call it down to 103, while still letting him wrestle. So, gaining experience, yet still being easy on him.
Right.
He's a good enough kid who can wrestle at 112 and still handle his weight,
Yeah.
rather than have to call it down to 103. So.
Max Johnson up 6-1 here on top of Larry down the second.
He's got him in trouble here. Got both of his arms tied behind his back.
He's got him.
Larry down the second, sprawling around. And there we
Max
go.
Johnson takes the pin with 48 seconds remaining here in the first round.
19 matchup, we're going to have Jacob Mad Dog Madrigal going up against Amir Dunn of Carman Ainsworth. Should be a good match. And we already got Madrigal set up for a pin.
He's got 4 points already. 20 seconds into this one. And I like that nickname that you gave him, Mad Dog Madrigal. That's what everyone's been calling that for a while. But you'd think if someone nicknamed you Mad Dog, you'd be like a real loud, crazy, obnoxious person all the time, and then especially on the mats. But Mad Dog's probably one of the quietest people I know.
Absolutely.
He's such a quiet kid. I mean, in school, he just kind of keeps to himself. But if you get tangled up with him on a wrestling mat,
Yeah, that's definitely where his nickname comes in, Mad Dog. Definitely wouldn't want to meet up with him on the mat. That's for sure.
right? At his weight, that is.
That's
if you're
right.
if you're his weight.
I definitely
But
would.
Trevor Thomas
who
would
knows?
take that challenge.
Yeah, I might be able to take him. Who knows? You might be able to quicker than me
couldn't,
though.
Kevin.
So yeah, you might be right, Chris.
Jacob Madrigal leads 6-1 here with just under 35 seconds remaining.
Trying to roll him around here, get him set up for a pin.
Silent here in the McLaughlin Fieldhouse. Just under 5 seconds remaining here. Jacob Madrigal is going to escape the first period.
Good first period, ladies.
He's going to be up
Let's
6-1.
make some noise. Cheer 'em on! Cheer 'em on!
Randy Schleck trying to pull the crowd back into it.
Madrigal will be down here to start the second period. But he's up 6-1 though in the score. The Cards are up 12-6 overall as a team.
Madrigal rolls out of that one. And just like that, he's on top. He's got himself 2 points on the reversal. Madrigal working him around. Referee sliding in for the pin. Madrigal got his hands behind his back, just like Johnson did. Dunn rolls out of that one.
Pretty interesting move right there by Amir Dunn.
Yeah, he's got himself 2 points. Madrigal still leads 11-3 though, with just under a minute remaining here in the second period. Madrigal finds his way out. He's got himself another point. Wrestlers find their way to the mat as Madrigal gets himself 2 more points with just under 35 seconds remaining. Oh, and Dunn squirms out of that one. Just under 10 seconds remaining here. Score change a little bit. Madrigal on top, 14-3 at the end of the second period. And both wrestlers are going to be up to start. Madrigal with the takedown. He's got himself 2 points.
And there we go.
He pins him. Madrigal gets himself a pin. Second. Olsen, another one of those very, very impressive, promising sophomores that the Cardinals have to offer. It's all over the place.
You can see the quickness that Lincoln Olsen possesses.
Yeah. Two points awarded to Olsen. And both wrestlers go back top shelf. How'd you like the hockey term there, Kevin?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Davison Card's hockey team playing tonight, I know that for sure. Just under a minute remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to recognize one of our members of the Davison wrestling team who was unable to compete tonight due to an injury. But let's give a big round of applause to Derek Humphreys for achieving his 100th win recently.
Round of applause given up to Davison Jr. Derek Humphrey for recently receiving his 100th career win. Not able to go tonight with a knee injury. This will be his weight class.
Yeah. Looks like his little brother's out here. Almost got the pin there, but he's gonna get himself 2 more points. You can see the look on Humphrey's face. He's not really the guy where to take much credit when he's not on the mat. He likes to be taking credit when he's on the mat, and that's where he does all of his talking.
And going back to the brother comparison there, Lincoln Olsen and Derek Humphrey, they can easily pass as twins. They're no way related, but
look oddly similar.
Very, very similar. They're good friends too, so.
And they find themselves wearing the same clothes almost every day.
Yeah.
They
Both
wake
great
up.
wrestlers. Comparisons keep on coming.
Yeah. Lincoln Olsen won himself a state championship last year in Battle Creek, and he's looking to do the same this year.
Lincoln Olsen's ranked not just #1 in Division I, but he's also ranked #1 all across the state. So he's definitely a great young wrestler to have on your team.
Yeah.
For Davison.
Which speaks volume too when you say all across the state against the schools like St. John's Prep and you know, Detroit Catholic Central, private schools like that prize a lot in wrestling. Just like Davison.
Yep. Cameron Brown manages to squeeze out of the pin right there, but looks to still be in some trouble.
Yep. Olsen
And there
takes
we
a
go.
pin with 1:11 remaining in the second period.
Your winner by
And the
far,
Cardinals are on top,
125
24-6.
From Davison, Lincoln Olsen.
After their 5th match. Next wrestling for the Cards is the sophomore Hunter Fifield.
from Carman Ainsworth, Darian Vaughn versus from Davison, Hunter Fifield.
Next matchup here, we're going to have sophomore Davison Cardinal Hunter Fifield go up against Darian Vaughn, the Flint Carman Ainsworth Cavaliers. 24-6. Davison has the early lead.
Flint Carman Ainsworth is probably one of the closest contenders that the Cardinals have in the surrounding area. They take number 2 in the state for Division I and number 3 overall.
Yep.
So, Flint Carman Ainsworth is probably one of the teams that finds themselves making wrestling the closest comparison to Davison.
Yep. Davison only behind Detroit Catholic Central and then St. John's in the state. So definitely a great wrestling school, as I'm sure you already know.
Yeah, we don't have to tell you twice. But if we do, if you're a tenderfoot to Davison Wrestling, this is a good place to start here with regional finals. You can learn a lot from me and Kevin. We like to talk a lot. We talk a lot about the wrestling. Fifield finds himself down 2-0 with 35 seconds remaining here in the first. Fifield works out and he gets himself an escape point with just under 30 seconds remaining in the first. As the first period draws to an end, Hunter Fifield finds himself down 1-2.
Boys are working hard, ladies and gentlemen. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Let's make some noise. Cheer 'em on, cheer 'em on.
Randy Schlatt getting loud back here in the McLaughlin Fieldhouse, letting the fans get back on their feet. Vaughn takes him back down to the ground. Fifield trying to claw out. And he will. And he ties the score back up at 2s with 1:25 remaining here in the second period. We're going to get a little loose before they go back in. Hey, Kevin, we're on TV. The break in action from all these wrestlers and get to look at our pretty faces. Well, no face.
Yeah. Chris Jared, Cocker, the 2 here alongside me.
Kevin Gerke, the prettier one, though. 48 seconds remaining here in the second period. Fifield trying to get the takedown with the single leg. Almost did. No points awarded. Just under 30. Fifield and Vaughn deadlocked right now, trying to work out. And they free up with just under 15 seconds remaining. Fifield went for a takedown there at the last second, but it's denied. And at the end of 2, Fifield and Vaughn are tied 2-2.
Just to give you a little background of Carman Ainsworth, in the district final matches, they were able to beat Swartz Creek at Swartz Creek 76-6 in the semifinal before going on to barely edge out Grand Blanc 35-34 in district final to earn their ticket to come right here. And they were able to take down Saginaw Heritage in the semifinal match here in the regional semifinals. Now they get the treat, I guess you could say, of wrestling Davison here in the regional final.
35-34 against Grand Blanc. Wow.
Definitely a close match.
Yeah. Grand Blanc too. Definitely a school that prizes athletics.
Yep.
Such a big school as they are, so diverse. So that's a big win for Flint Carman. But they find themselves trailing to Davison 24-6 here in the regional championship match. The Cardinals earlier knocked off Midland Dow, not allowing a single point for the Chargers. .45 seconds remaining here. This one's gonna be close.
Tied up, 30 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cheer them on, cheer them on, cheer them on.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Randy Schlack.
Daniel Vaughn seems to be giggling a little bit. Going up against Hunter Fifield right here. Definitely outsized this Fifield, but score wouldn't tell you so. It's 2-2.
Yeah.
Just 13 seconds remaining here. Hopefully Fifield can avoid any scoring.
Vaughn tried to go just physical right there and force Fifield down. He's gonna do the same here. 5 seconds remaining.
And the takedown's rewarded to Vaughn with just 4 seconds remaining. Counter down, and Carman will get the victory in this one.
And you could see the
Justin Oliver.
Justin Oliver here on for the Cards.
Should get a treat here seeing Justin Oliver get to wrestle.
Yeah.
2-time state champion, coming back after a rough knee injury.
100th win recently.
Came back to win districts.
Give him a big round of applause.
Justin Oliver also reached his 100th victory, as said by Randy Schlack. Impressive milestone, especially just to be a junior.
Yep.
Yeah, Oliver's been fighting off a leg injury, like he said, and he's fortunate enough to find himself back in action here well before actually Battle Creek. He wrestled in district individuals, and he pinned his first 2 opponents.
Might have another pin right here.
Yeah. Up 6-2 with 1:10 remaining in the first. They separate, 1 point awarded there. Oliver.
Wrestling a guy with a pretty fun name, Shakel Polacek. How about we call him Shaq?
Shaquille?
Shaq.
Okay.
Let's call him Shaq Polacek.
40 seconds remain here. Justin Oliver up 10-4. Oliver working. 2 more points for Oliver. He's up 12-4.
Not often you get to say somebody's up over Shaq, but
Yeah.
in this case you get to say Justin Oliver's up over Shaq, 12-4. Polacek doesn't quite match the size of Shaquille O'Neal.
First period ends. Justin Oliver finds himself up 12-4. Justin Oliver's going to go down after Polacek deferred. Justin Oliver trying to work back up on his feet. Polacek working him down. Oliver rolls. Finds himself up. Gets an escape point. 1:35 remaining. Oliver up 13-4.
Despite Justin Oliver suffering his injury, he's still ranked number 1 in Division I at 130 and number 3 across the state.
Yeah, he's gonna get the pin here, it looks like.
And he's set up for it, and there we go. Justin Oliver takes down Shaq Polachek with the pin to get the Cardinals up 30-9 here in the regional championship match.
That brings your score, ladies and gentlemen.
Now wrestling here for the Cards.
Carman Ainsworth 9,
The
your
junior,
very own
Matt
Davison
Miller.
Cardinals 30.
He's gonna be
Now
going
wrestling,
against Malik Dawkins.
140-pound weight class from Carman Ainsworth, Malik Dawkins versus from Davison, Matt Miller.
Referees get the boys suited up, they're ready to start. Miller and Dawkins just
Tapping each other's head
Yeah.
back and forth.
action-packed first 20 seconds. Miller trying to get his leg.
Trying to get the inside trip going on in there.
Yeah.
Nothing going as they go back to the center.
0-0 still. Miller avoids the takedown. Trying to work around. Miller with the alligator death roll. He gets himself 2 points.
40 seconds remaining here in the first period.
Referee time. 23 seconds remain. Dawkins gonna be down.
Didn't move too early there.
Miller taking Dawkins down. 15 seconds remain. See if Miller can get 2 more.
We got a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 after first period. Let's make some noise. Let's cheer them on, cheer them on.
Man, I like Randy Schlack on that mic. We should seat him alongside us, Kev. Just throw a headset on him. It's not a bad idea. I love it because when the officials always signal for points, they always look over and signal to us because we're at the dead center. So they always assume that we're the scorekeepers or something like that. So they always look over and say everything. Who deferred, points, everything. It's funny. And I just nod my head like, right. Miller finds himself up 2-0 with 1:35 remaining.
Malik Dawkins can't really seem to get anything going here against Matt Miller.
Nothing you can do when he picks him up like that.
Seems to be Miller's signature move is picking his opponents up and putting them back down.
Forcefully. Very forcefully. Oof. Miller attempted a takedown there, but they unfortunately ran out of room. Dawkins goes back down. 1 point awarded there to Dawkins. Both rushers are going to start up.
No, we're not really shooting highlights. Hey, what was the score of the first period?
2-1 with 53 seconds remaining.
I gotta know. I gotta send it.
40 seconds remains. Miller trying to get something going. Dawkins just trying to play defense, just work himself out.
Referee saying that this isn't going anywhere. Send him back to the middle. 25 seconds remaining here in the second period. 2-1, Matt Miller lead. Matt Miller seems to find himself a little bit of trouble right here, but he gets out of it.
Just under 10 seconds remains. Matt Miller ran himself out of a jam there. Tries to get a takedown. No points awarded. Miller and Dawkins are going to go to the third round. And Miller is up 2-1 to start this one. He's going to start down. Dawkins will start on top. Miller tried to jump out early, but
Malik Dawkins definitely giving Matt Miller all he can handle here.
yep, definitely. Two to 1 in the third period with 1:33 remaining. Miller still on top. Trying to jump out of that one. Dawkins has Miller down here.
1 minute remaining here. In this match, Matt Miller actually holding a 2-1 lead. This play stopped, they'll head back to the center. Dawkins' shoe is actually untied, but doesn't seem to notice. Guess Worth's more observant than he is, I guess.
Also, it looks like Miller needs one of those caps that Jerron Thomas had when he faced off against Trevor Thomas. I think that'd be well appreciated right now with those Goldilocks he has.
30 seconds remaining here in this match. Matt Miller looking to hold on to the lead. Hopefully won't suffer another tough last-second loss like sophomore Hunter Fifield did.
Especially to Matt Miller, too.
Yeah.
Fans trying to cheer him on here. Last 10 seconds.
Dawkins in desperation trying to get anything going. Matt Miller has his foot, 2 seconds, 1 second. And that's it. Matt Miller is able to hold on to the close 2-1 lead. Seems to be frustrated with himself, knows he could have done better. But either way, he gets a W and 3 points for the Cards.
From Davison, Matt Miller.
Important win, though, for the Cards.
Yes, indeed. Now wrestling here for the Cards. The sophomore, Dominic Russ.
Junior, rather.
Junior.
At 145. Going up against Omar Sims.
Now wrestling
Carman
145
Ainsworth.
pound weight class from Carman Ainsworth, Omar Sims. His opponent from Davison, Dominic Russ.
Dominic Russ, another one of those imports that the Cardinals brought in. and I think that he's going to
I'd
be
like to
another
take a
contributor
moment
to the junior class.
Dominic Russ on achieving his 100th career victory this season. Way to go, Dominic.
Multiple
Let's give him a
100
big
wins
round
here
of
for the
applause.
Cardinals tonight, being doled on by Randy Schlack. Who gave him the microphone?
He deserves it.
I'm not complaining, I guess. He's doing a very good job getting the crowd pumped up.
The
Dominic Russ.
well-deserved achievements to the wrestlers. Dominic Russ has Omar Sims already. It's into the first period.
45-pound weight class from Davison, Dominic.
Seems as if his name is D Mario. There's no way after the D, so I'm assuming it's D Mario Blue against Thomas Gardy for Davison.
Gardy goes down. Blues up 3-0 here on Gardy.
Sure, it won't
takes the
last too
opponent
long.
down. Yeah. 2 points there for Gardy. Leads back to
It's 2-2.
2-2.
Scoreboard malfunction there.
As I say, it's a quick 1 point there already for Blue. But okay. 1:23 remaining in the first. Gardy trying to get that leg across.
We see Coach Hall give some tips to his wrestler Thomas Gardy. That's just the kind of coach that Coach Hall is. He's always trying to give tips out to his wrestlers while they're on the mat.
Yeah, he's very. He offers a lot of confidence to the wrestlers, and at the same time offers a lot of tips. He's one of the. He's very, very vocal, like a lot of wrestling coaches are.
Very
he's
alive.
Very vocal and very alive, and like you said, and the intensity and enthusiasm runs through him, and he tries to feed it back to his players. Because I mean, he wrestled here at Davison, so he knows what it takes. Gardy gets 2 with 22 seconds remaining in the first.
Getting close to the end of that first period, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise. Cheer 'em on, cheer 'em on.
Four to 2, Thomas Gardy lead after the first.
Max McCombs there, I heard him call out, cheer 'em on, cheer 'em on. You can find Max McCombs at any sporting event, except for a football game, that is.
Well,
he'll be playing.
He'll be there playing, yeah.
Gardy up 4-2 to start the second period. Gardy shakes loose, and he's up 5-2 with that escape point. Gardy and Blue do some dancing before they get back into it. Gardy gets 2 more. He's up 7-2 now with 1:05 remaining in the second period. Gardy has Blue getting that arm, waiting for a call, no call, and the pin. Thomas Gardy takes the win with 35 seconds remaining here in the second period.
Weight class by fall from Davison, Thomas Gardy.
Patrick Rooker now up to wrestle for the Cards.
Now wrestling in the 160-pound weight class from Carman, Ainsworth, Jack Baker. His opponent from Davison, Pat Rooker.
At 160, we'll have Jack Baker of Carman Ainsworth
Like to
and
take a moment
Patrick Rooker.
to congratulate
of
Pat on
Davison.
achieving his 100th career victory this past season. Congratulations, Pat.
Just to give you guys a bit of an update, Oxford, they were actually knocked out in districts. They actually knocked Davison out in states the last 2 years. So that's nice for Davison, a little bit of comfort that Oxford's already been knocked out, so they will not be going to states. And rival Detroit Catholic Central, they're still alive. So as you can expect.
But I do know them personally. They're both two real good
Yep.
kids. Thomas has more blood. I can already see it. "40 seconds remains.
Tanner Thomas finds himself in a tough position right now.
Yeah, just under 25 seconds remains in this matchup tonight.
Following this, we'll have a trophy presentation for you.
Yeah,
The
that's
Jerome
right.
Davison Cardinals will be rewarded the regional championship.
Like you said, we'll get an interview, and then we'll have the trophy presentation to follow, and then we would sign off. And the Cards will be heading back to Battle Creek.
That concludes our championship match for the evening. Your final score, Davison Cardinals 57, Carman Ainsworth
Final
12.
score, Cardinals win big, 57-12.
Congratulations, Davison Cardinals on your regional championship.
Great win for the Cards.
Yeah,
the title
definitely. The
in
Cardinals will be
Battle
headed
Creek.
back to Battle Creek
Thank you.
for team states.
Great show of sportsmanship right here.
Yeah, as always. Like I said, Cards will be headed back to Swartz Creek, and with a humongous win, and in this region, excuse me, they were expected favorites to win in this region, and they did not disappoint tonight. And hopefully they can serve us well in Battle Creek in the state tourney. Justin Oliver.
Justin Oliver gives him a little bit of a shout out right there.
Flattered.
Please stick around for our trophy presentation.
It's always great when a two-time state champ can, give a little shout out to you, point at you.
And so, Josh Wahlberg out with the official MHSAA Regional Championship trophy.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Pat Urker. Pat, congrats on your 100th win. And, how does it feel winning regionals and knowing you're heading back to Battle Creek?
It feels good. I'm just glad all the hard work starting to pay off again. And hopefully we end strong.
All right, congrats and good luck.
The Cardinals of Davison.
Davison Athletic Director Josh Wahlberg here.
The
Awards
Cardinals
Grand
will
Goyette
accept
and the
their
Davison
individual
Cardinals.
medals as a
Hoist it
group.
up.
2013 MHSAA
And
Regional
now
Championship
accepting
trophy.
the championship trophy, our seniors from Davison.
Look at that shot. It's an amazing
Congratulations
shot.
to all of you. The Davison Cardinals now advance to the quarterfinal round of action at the Kellogg Arena in Battle Creek next Friday at 3:15 p.m. You can all find all the quarterfinal pairings Sunday on the MHSAA website. The Michigan High School Athletic Association and Davison High School hopes you've enjoyed today's matchup, and we look forward to having you as a guest at our future events. Please drive carefully on your way home. Good night.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude tonight's regional match, everybody. Next up for your Cards, they'll have their individual regional match on this Saturday up at Saginaw Heritage as Davison takes down both Midland Dow and Flint Carman Ainsworth and would be crowned regional champs. Congrats to them, and have a great night, everybody. And as always, go Cards. End of the second period, 8-2. Pendleton leads over Thomas.
Trevor Thomas is going to choose to go down. He trails 8-2. Pendleton goes back for the leg.
Thomas can't seem to get out of it.
Davison bench trying to cheer on Trevor Thomas here with a minute 30 remaining in the match.
You made the same mistake I did. Taylor Thomas ran into Trevor Thomas.
Did I say Trevor?
Yeah, you did. They do look a lot alike. They are brothers.
They do. Their physical stature is just identical as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that you just
Just playing it into the brain.
it blows right over your head. I mean, it's